society.
I want to welcome everybody back to another special Lyvation Conversations today. This episode is powered by 3 a.m. Studios. So if you're in the Atlanta local area, make sure you hit us up, 3amstudios.biz. Even if you're somewhere in a remote location in the world, we have the internet. Look us up, 3amstudios.biz. Now let's get to our program today. I'm DJ Strong, and as always, I just want to thank everybody for viewing in, logging on, checking us out online. We got a lot of special content coming your way very soon. And today is also a very special episode. With us today, we have our West Coast affiliate, Scrapploc. He has some intriguing information and questions today. We also have Lyvation affiliate, Godfather X, Full Metal Jacket founder. We also have the one and only of Trouble Funk, the man himself. CB is in the building with us today. So we also have two special guests amongst ourselves here today. With that being said, I want to hand it off to my man, the author himself, the record executive, the entrepreneur, the producer. Man, he got so many titles I done ran out of space. My man, L.A. Jackson, you with us today?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me once again. I appreciate hearing your voice, seeing your face, and I super appreciate all of our panelists. We're gonna have to come up with a name for the home crew, man, because we go deep sometimes, and I really enjoy the conversations we have, the Lyvation conversations we have, and today is no different. We got another special one that's going to take us to another new plateau because we've got my cousin on board with us today, my cousin Andrew Bees, and he is lead singer with the group Black Uhuru. And if you don't know, Black Uhuru was the first reggae group to get a Grammy, and Sly and Robbie played with Black Uhuru.
Yeah, that's right. Let's clap it up, man. Keep going, LA. Don't stop. Keep going.
All over this world. They're known in every country on this planet. And my cousin Andrew Bees held that mic and sung word for word in front of them. He's a worldwide figure, and we are proud to have my cousin, the one, the only, Andrew Bees with us today.
Hey, welcome.
Respect, Lion. Respect.
No respect.
That was a hell of an introduction there, brother. That was serious, man. But hey, Andrew, man, we're gonna get right into it because we know your time is valuable. So, just much respect for you and the family, for being with us today. And I just want to take it back real quick before I because we're pretty excited about talking to you because we listen to your music all the time. You know what I mean? And LA loves to share us the stories with us. Loves to share the stories with us. So we feel like we've been knowing you for years already. You understand what I'm saying? So we feel real comfortable with you being here, man. Just much respect. But real quick, man, I want to take it back, man, to the very beginning because you have to have a start to get to where you are now. You know what I mean?
Yes, differently. Youth like we grow up, in a water house, the village farm, And from there we create the music vibe. We start out from 1995, coming up, as a solo act. And then now in 1996 we join, Black Hole. So we are lead sing Black Hole from 1996 up until this time, 2020, So we come into the business as a young youth, what I mean there, from 20-year-old, and we've been doing great works, traveling around the world, and representing for the people them all over, equal rights and justice, truths and rights, upful movements, And that's it, we just continue keep on doing it, and we still at it up to this time here. So showing love, love.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to just reflect real quick, because there's a lot of people right now that are just now started on this journey. Not only just a musical journey, but the journey of life itself. And what we do here, Lyvation Conversations, Lyvation actually equals the vibration of life through music. That's the definition that, you know, that we use it by. So we understand what it means to connect with people through the music and to change people's lives, not only their lives, but yours as well.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So do you remember like that first time, maybe when you was about 14, 15 years old and you actually stepped out into that light? Do you remember like what it felt like? Do you remember that specific day when you knew what you had to do in life?
Yes, because differently, you know, growing up in, you know, in Waters around Jonah Reed, you know, Half Point, Wayne Smith, all the superstars, them, you know, that come up in Waters rotation. You know, seeing them as age like even 10, 12, you say, yes, I want to become like Hugh Mundell, I want to become like Jonah Reed, I want to become like Half Point, you know, and doing some communities, you know, dance show events, you know, it really make you feel like, yes, this is the time, you know, you want to put out certain amount of upliftment movements so the people them can say, yes, this is my, you know, this is my boy, you know, them hear there, and the people them can love and respect you and appreciate you. So within them time, like from 13, we start feel them vibes there now, we start feel them sparks there, and know so well, yes, the people ready for accept we, and know say we ready for stand for them, and them are gonna stand beside me too. You know what I mean there?
Jump in real quick, because just I think about the long list of people that came out of Waterhouse, and you know, we're all on this higher elevation mentally right now. So my question is, do you think all of you guys coming up out of Waterhouse, do you think that was coincidence or prophecy?
Differently, you know, we would also say, you know, prophecy, you know what I mean? Because we see a house in my father's house, there's many mansions, and you know, his water house, and all of these lead singers and members are like, you know, in the same location. So it come like it's a prophecy where, you know, it had to fulfill, you know, and we just know the prophecy come fulfill within this time and from that time till this time. And we just keep the dynasty keep going because it's like a dynasty, you know.
That's funny you said dynasty because I remember I met Fitzroy Francis, and he was the one that reconnected me and you on Facebook back about 2012, 2013 and stuff. That was when we reconnected after I met you in Jamaica when I went down to visit the family around 2003. But it's funny because wasn't the name of his company Dynasty or Mightyful 13 or something like that?
Mightyful 13.
Right. And that he explained to me the name of that had something to do with some kind of revelation or something too. Was it the 13 or the Mightyful, or what was that?
Oh yes, you know, I mean Waterhouse, you know, the first, you know, the house that we, you know, I and I lived, you know, it was 13 Wentworth Avenue. And that house was like, you know, the first school, the first post office, you know, the first counselor. So, you know, him just create him name, you know, him company of a Mightyful 13, such as the yard where everyone, you know, come trot show from Jonah Reed, Ducky Simpson, Michael Rose. Every man usually come at that gates, they come, you know, come show them appreciation. So him just name him company Mightyful 13.
Cool.
Andrew,
Yes, sir.
CB from Trouble Funk, man. On behalf of 3AM Studios, Trouble Funk, Say Something Records, and all the fans around the world, brother, I humbly say thank you, brother. And I got a question for you. Now, I know you probably get asked this question often, because I did. Now, like, back in the day, before you did the record, before you stepped into the light, before you felt that energy and that joy, who were your inspirations? Like, you know, I love Bob Marley, who I had the pleasure to meet. I had the pleasure to meet Damian Marley and Ziggy Marley. Now, I also had the pleasure to meet a group by the name of UB40, who we brought to the United States, Trouble Funk. And we know that they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. But my question to you is, and I want you to be honest, and I know you will, tell me how you feel.
Well, differently, you know, Black Hole come up from our stages, you know, so it was like from Michael who was first, you know, then it have different lead singer. So Ducky Simpson and Michael Rose was the first one, you know, to have that legacy. Then you have Jonah Reed come again and, you know, get nominated. Then you have Dan Carlos. And then I Giant put them in 1995. So I differently we was just nominated.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So sorry. Y'all was like, I guess the Temptation with so many great lead singers. Is that what you were saying?
Exactly.
The voices, huh?
Yes, I. Like the
okay, well, so I have the same issue and problem that you have because see, I was a lead singer as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people don't understand you can't just choose to be a front man. You got to be born to be a front man. And sure. What was that experience like? And I'm gonna let you move on to the next subject, brother.
Yeah, growing up still, you know, the sound, you know, because you know it's a sound and you don't know, say, you know, Uhuru gang sound. So differently as a youth growing up still, we grow with all of the foundation, them, and we know someone was a leader from a long time because we always spar with a lot of grown up, you know. Our congregation was always elder. So from that young age, you know, we inspired to know, say yes, we are leader youth, and you know, so coming up and singing music, we just know, say, well, a lead will come for lead, you know, we don't come for turn follower. So when we join the group, when we get to join the group, we know, say, well, I just lead, we have to come lead, you know. Once as I say, once he's a leader, you're gonna be a lead.
Yes, sir. I just say thank you, brother, for your time. You know, keep doing great things. And as I tell DJ Strong, one day he gonna start using it, brother. All I leave you with is a man that don't know where they come from can't possibly know where they're going, brother. Peace and love to you, brother.
Peace and love, my brother, man. Respect every time.
Always.
Yes, sir. Rastaman vibration.
Respect, Lion. Honor to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Majesty.
I love your vibration. I'm in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia right now, but I feel the vibe and the positive energy all the way here. So thank you for sharing that with me.
Yes.
I'm Godfather X, co-founder of Full Metal Jacket, along with DJ Strong. But coming from Waterhouse community, do you think groups that come from there have a particular sound, like Motown had a sound, like the South had a sound, the blues? Do you think Watertown artists have their own sound? Does they come from suffrage, or is it just they following the footsteps of the traditional roots?
Well, differently, I would say Waterhouse have its own sound because, as you can see, you know, Dan Carlos, he was one of the founder member of Black Hole. And you have Michael Rose, you know, they have the same sound. Then you have Jonah Reed, then I, you know, so it's like 4 lead singers was in the group, and all 4 lead singers have the same, you know, acoustic sound, you know. Mm-hmm. So I would have said in Waterhouse, you know, it have a sound. In Trenchtown, you have a different sound, and you know, they all create a sound to make a sound. And when you check it out, Waterhouse have this distinct sound where once one hear it, them don't know, say, Uro that, you know? So over the years, we always carry that sound and establish Waterhouse vibration and know, say, yes, that's Waterhouse upliftment and uplifting sound, you know?
Respect.
Yes, sir.
Do you foresee, like, going back to possibly collaboration album with different artists on one album under like a unified water?
Yes, we want to do that within the time, you know, because you don't know, you know, we still have to go where we come from and still help the youth them to come uplift them out, you know, the struggle and re-educate them again towards, upliftment and what it is to be, the outer world is all about. So we always have them self-esteem if we go forward and, uplift for community. So yes, right now we have a label named B-Side Music, and that is where we are going to push to the future and, help some youth in a Waterhouse who need the help and the guidance and the education. So when them come out to the international appeal, them can know what them are going to come, see and expect, So with knowledge and with wisdom what we gain from international morality, we want to give it back, to the youth them so them can have that guidance, because if we don't care who we are, if we don't have that love, for sure, your fellow man is like you don't do nothing at all, So our job on earth is to always come forward, to come show that love where, we get so the youth them can get it and can come establish themselves under love instead of hatred and grudge and don't know where they're going and them not know where they're coming from, So we have to go forward and strengthen them and make them know, say, yes, this is the way of we to do it. And if we got to combine together and make it happen, we got to do that,
Respect. I want to correct myself. I said Watertown. It's Waterhouse. Enough respect
yes,
to you.
It's still Watertown.
Okay. Respect to you and bless on leading the way, Lion, for the youth come up. Respect.
We are the patriarch, we always have to do that, them look towards it for that, Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, Drew, this is Scrapploc, man. Truly, once again, a pleasure to meet you, brother. And like something like that, we holding down the state of California. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to ask you. There's a quote from Peter Tosh saying that part of the split from the Wailers was that he wasn't interested in doing smiling songs and songs. He wanted songs with heavier content matter that speaks to the social issues that we as a people really go through. And so there was kind of like a duality between the desire to make songs that don't hide the truth, but also on the Bob Marley side, it still create a lightheartedness so that it's a nice balance. Where do you fall in the midst of that? Because I know that some of your songs have true heavy content, like I said, militant or handwriting on the wall. You know what I mean? But you do come with a light sound that balances. So I just want you to speak to your ability to handle that duality between heavy content and heavy feeling through the music.
Well, differently, we have to, as I say, write the things on the wall, and we have to come with a movement, because a clean energy movement, we say, as a Rasta man, traveling from that time to this time, and because we grew up in the household of Rastafari, and Rasta is upliftment, self-develop, self-reliance, everything we have to deal with self-courage, So that's where we get our focus and our inspiration from, So to uplift our people and uplift ourselves with integrity and clean energy movements and respect our fellow men with love and can overstand every situation which occurred amongst each other, So that is where the positive vibes come really from,
Absolutely. But then at the same time, though, that you speak truth to power and you don't bite your tongue as far as being able to call out some of the systemic disparities that you see. You know what I mean? It's like this balance that you're able to create, right?
Exactly, because as what we know, we Rasta always study Africa. As a youth growing up, Rasta, black people power, In America, they will say Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. But Rasta would say Black Power, Rastafari, Africa. You see what I say? Because we know say, well, you know, that's where the foundation of black civilization are, you know. So we dig deep within the struggle and the uprising of our people and the development of the youth and the future for the world within black people, you know. So that's where everything springs from, you know, it's from the root. That's the root of everything, and that's where we gain all with knowledge towards writing music and creating, you know, vibration, which is Rastaman vibration, positive. Live if you want to live, you know.